Hello, everyone. Thank you for tuning in to my YouTube channel. Thank you for sharing, and subscribing. I had said that yesterday I was going to come back and do a She's Ready update as to what it took for me to get ready to travel out of the country. First and foremost, this is the most important thing right here. This will take you places. And so I wanted to be sure that if you are interested in traveling outside of the country, that you get your passport. It is so important. It's so important that we travel the world to see other people, to see how other people are living, so that we can engage with other cultures. This is how we learn. This is how we grow. Life is about like growth and development, and any time or any experience that we are entertaining will teach us something. And so I'm always willing to learn. And so, yes, I'm excited about my trip. The first thing that I did when it came to preparing for my trip was make a doctor's appointment. I needed my annual wellness exam, so I scheduled my appointment, and I knew that I needed to talk about vaccines that I needed in other countries that I don't need in America. And my doctor was very good at making sure that I receive what I need. My issue is I'm almost years old. And when I look at my registry for the state of Wisconsin that holds my immunization, nothing is in there before my 18th birthday. Before 1992. I turned 18 and I just told my age. In 1992. That's the only thing. There's no records of my immunization prior to 1992. And I don't know where those records are. I got a lot of vaccinations when I was with Family Health Plan. I don't know if you guys remember Family Health Plan that was on Port Washington. They went out of business. Aurora bought them. And I contacted Aurora trying to get these immunization records last year. Before I even decided what trip I wanted to take, because I knew I was going to need those. And upon checking my word registry, once I started getting my COVID vaccine, I seen that my stuff was looking real scarce. And I was just like, okay, so what's happening here? Well, no one can find any of my records prior to 1992. So upon going to the doctor to prepare for this Kenya trip, I had to request a titer. A titer will provide you with the information that you need to show that you've been vaccinated. This is from my chart. This is what my titer looks like. It says that, for rubella, that I had the antibodies in my system to prove that I was vaccinated against measles, mumps, and rubella. And so I was like, are you serious? I actually have to go through this in order to go out of the country, because they want a complete shot record history to make sure that you have been receiving those. And so, yeah, I put this cute little binder together, my travel binder. It has everything in here that I need to get through customs and everything. And so I wanted to, and it of course is red, my favorite color. And so I wanted to be sure that I didn't miss anything, because the purpose is to stay ready. And so I try to stay ready so I don't have to get ready, right? And so going to the doctor was the first point of business, trying to take care of making sure that I had the vaccines that I needed, that I had my annual wellness exam, and that I was clear to leave the country, and that I'm not going to be having any health issues while I'm out there. The second goal was to purchase my airline ticket to go to where I'm going, to Kenya, right? And so the third point of business was to purchase travel insurance. I purchased my travel insurance for a whole year because it's important to have travel insurance because when you go out of the country, even though I have health insurance in America, that health insurance means absolutely nothing when I get on somebody else's foreign land, when I get on a foreign land, because that's not going to cover me. So my travel insurance covers me up to $50,000 if I were to need medical attention, and if I needed to be airlifted for medical attention, it's $100,000 in there so that I'm able to get to where I need to go in the event that I need emergency care that is outside of where I am. And so I wanted to be sure that I was covered. Accident insurance, rental car insurance, everything. So my travel insurance I have for a whole year. So it doesn't matter if I travel by bus, car, plane, train, cruise. My travel insurance got me covered. And I want you to understand that having travel insurance is a benefit, because you never know what can happen when you're outside of the United States. The fourth thing was, we talked about my shot records and how they were missing. And so I had to get this teeter to check for my measles, mumps, and rubella. That all came back stating that I had been immunized. And that I have the antibodies, and so that's proof to show that I received those vaccinations. So again, I put those in my travel binder so I can get through customs. My travel binder has some of everything in there. I have my plane ticket. I'm leaving out of O'Hare, so I'm taking. It has my my tourist visa, copy of my passport, my immunization record. It even has the travel's health that I put in here from the CDC, because where I'm going, I don't need the yellow fever vaccine, although sometimes they require it, but this wasn't required for where I'm going. So I want to make sure that I have that on record that says that no, I haven't been vaccinated for the yellow fever, but because I'm going to Nairobi and to Mombasa, Kenya, it's not required for me to have the yellow fever vaccination. And so just making sure that you understand the rules and the regulations and the laws of the land that you are going to, so that there's no mishaps. We're still fighting for Brittany Garner to come home from Russia. And so I want to make sure that this sister right here know the rules and regulations before I land anywhere, because I don't need any hiccups with trying to get back home. And so I put this binder together. It has my entire insurance policy in there. Yes, all 50 pages, because if something goes down, I need to make sure I'm able to go back and read to make sure that I'm covered for certain things in the event of an emergency. I also have a media release form, taking pictures. You don't want to be taking pictures and posting them on your social network pages or videoing people, and you have not had them sign a media release form. And so I have these media release forms in my binder because I plan on interviewing people while I'm there to put them on my YouTube channel. I plan on, taking pictures. And so you just want people's permission and have their signature on hand to show proof that you've done your due diligence while you were there, so that you're not caught up in some kind of red tape. And so my little travel binder, Make sure you put yourself a travel binder so that you know the ins and outs of the country, you know the routes, you know where you're going to be staying, you know the exit points, you know if the United States send you a text message and you're in the country and they're like, you need to get out immediately, you got to have a strategy. And so I wanted to be sure that my strategy was with me at all times and I have a contingency plan. And so making sure that you have that contingency plan is so important as well. She's ready. If you're ready, you don't have to get ready. So I've traveled a lot domestically here in the United States. When I travel domestically here in the United States, I often get a lot of jet lag, especially when I jump on and coming from Chicago to LA, that's generally like a 3-4 hour flight. I don't really do well with long flights. And so I have to leave O'Hare and take that to the United Kingdom, which is London. Heathrow Airport, that's a 7-hour and 40-minute flight. I've never flown for 7 hours and 40 minutes. The most I've ever flown was 4 hours. So here, this is an anomaly for me. Even with 4 hours, I tend to have some form of ear issues. I don't care how many earplugs I put in my ear. I don't care how much gum I pop on the airplane. My ears still hurt really bad. And so I try really hard to take care and to look for different things that could help me. And so I saw my allergist on Monday and she was just like, get you some decongestant D, some Allegra decongestant D, take that. This is the 24-hour one because I'm going to be on the plane for 7 hours to the UK. And then once I get to the UK, I think I have like a 3-hour layover. And then I am back on the plane to Nairobi, which is 8 hours and 40 minutes. That's a long time for someone who has never flown longer than 4 hours or 2 to 4 hours within the United States. And so knowing that I don't do well on long flights, I was worried about jet lag because when we get into Nairobi, we hit the ground running. It's not like, oh, I'm going to get a day to catch. Nope. Once we land in Nairobi that night, there are events that we have to attend. And so I have to be ready to do that. And so I was just like, what do athletes do? What do people who travel a lot do? And so I come across this Flight Armor. And so it says that the Flight Armor, Flight Armor wants you to make the most of your trip. Extracting every bit of joy and productivity during travel is crucial. Traveling brings increased risks to the body like jet lag, airborne illnesses, and blood clots. We use the most current research in our formula, so flyers maximize travel time by mitigating the health-related downsides of their adventure. And so these are jet lag pills, but these jet lag pills, flyers should take a dose, which is 4 capsules, the day before the flight. So I will take 4 tomorrow, which is Saturday, and the day after the flight. So I'll take 4 on Saturday, right? And then I will take 4 on Tuesday. And then on the day of the flight, you take a dose. You take 4 on. I take 4 on Saturday, take 2 on Sunday, and then take 4 again on Monday. And then it says on the day of the flight, take a dose 2 hours before flight liftoff. Take an additional dose every 6 hours until the flight lands. So I'm really interested in seeing how this works for me. And so, you know, as soon as I land, I'm going to be providing a testimony on whether this actually worked. Did it help with my jet lag? Did it help me, you know, with some some DVT, or, you know, some other airborne illnesses? Because if it, like I said, when I land in Nairobi on Monday night, we hit the ground running. There's no, oh, I get to go to my hotel room, I get the rest. No, 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 no. This is a medical mission. This isn't pleasure. I'm going to help the village. And so I have to be ready. And so in order to be ready, you got to make sure that you are taking care of yourself, you're getting adequate sleep, and that we're taking these jet lag pills. We're going to see how this works, okay? So, TSA, I'm TSA and clear check. So I shouldn't have any issues with having to stand in long lines when I get to the airport. I should be able to go right through the TSA because I'm TSA checked. When I come back into the country, I shouldn't have to do all this country clearance stuff because I'm clear. And being clear is important because, you know, you want to try to mitigate as much of the red tape as possible when you are traveling in and out of the country. And so it was just very important for me to make sure that I was TSA and clear checked so that I don't have those kind of problems. And so, yeah, I'm really interested in seeing how this Allegra is going to help with my ear popping issue that I have on flights, and how this flight armor will help with jet lag, since I will be flying a full, 7 hours and 40 minutes to London, and then 8 hours and 40 minutes from London to Nairobi. And then once I get into Nairobi, turn around and have to fly an hour from Nairobi to Mombasa. That's a lot of travel. I don't think I've ever flown that much, that long. So I'm really curious as to how this is going to work. So we shall see. But I just wanted to come on here and just give you an update and a breakdown of my little puppy dog. He wants to be heard. Of what I had to do to get ready. And I don't want to discourage you. I want to encourage you to travel, because traveling, again, it's growth and development. And so wherever we can go and we can learn new cultures and meet new people, I'm all for it. I'm very social, I'm very active, and I love people just all the way around. And so this is going to be a great experience for me. And so I want to thank you for liking and subscribing to my YouTube channel. And please share this video, because you know what? Somebody else may need to get ready. And because they need to get ready, I want to make sure that they don't have to go through some of the things and jump through some of the hoops that I had to go through, especially when it comes to your vaccination records. Peace.